my first time in Guadalajara. Here, I'm gonna play. Yeah, go Guadalajara. But I bet a lot of you are from all over Mexico, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna play a video, and it'll be a reel of some of my videos in case some of you haven't seen them. You guys ready? Let's see if this works.
Lifeguarding.
You're running at the pool.
Cannonballing. Woo! This is not a hitchhike. Time to face my greatest fear. Does anyone else have chicklophobia? The irrational fear that when you crack an egg, grabbing a souvenir from France. Oh, merci beaucoup. On way to dinner. Invisibility. When you lock your keys in your car, oh, it's our stop here.
It is so good to be here with you guys. Today I'm going to be talking about a couple different things. Let's see if I can get this remote to work. It's like my magic wand. No? Let's see. Maybe it's like I have to be super close.
This is my bedtime routine.
No, we don't want to watch that again. Go back. Rach, I might have you come up. Who wants to see my beautiful wife come up and do the slides for me? Yeah. This is my Señorita Rachel. Is it esposa? My spouse? My wife? Rachel, you can just turn the slides whenever you think. So, this is my dog. She didn't get to come on this trip with us, but I wanted to throw up this picture because as I talk about storytelling today, you know, a picture is worth 1,000 words. On Twitter, you only have 160 characters, so that's why I like to do videos and pictures, because I can do more than a tweet. But storytelling is in every picture. You can see my dog is baking treats, she's riding a scooter, she's going back to school in the fall. So, yeah, my dog, she's like a human. So, I think since the beginning of time, storytelling has looked like this in a couple forms. We've had, you know, cavemen drawing on caves and sketches and pictures and writing their stories on the caves. And then we had Shakespearean theater and even the Greek theater. And since really old times, people sitting around the campfires talking about stories, speaking, telling these classic stories like the Homer and the Iliad around spoken words and groups. So today, I think it looks like the form of blogs, videos, podcasts. But the cool thing about all of these is that just like in the olden days, these are still social elements. You can see on this next slide, all of them are social. And that's what's really cool about what I do. Rach, we only have 30 minutes, you can keep plowing through. This is a group of fans. I'll take a Snapchat with you guys later, is that cool? Yeah, that'd be sweet. So I think I have the coolest job in the world. I get to basically travel around. I get to work out of a home studio with 7 of my best friends. We got to work with, that's Kobe, who I actually called, what's the other basketball player's name? LeBron. I called him LeBron and Kobe almost left. So he was so mad. And then we worked with Iniesta, get to do a lot of cool stuff. But I'm not really a sports person, so it's really funny that I work with Nike all the time, and I never know who Neymar is, and then I went up and I worked with him, and then he left, and they were like, that's a famous soccer player. I'm like, oh, cool. I just totally embarrassed myself by not even juggling a ball in front of him. But got to go on the Ellen show. But today I'm going to talk about my story, how I got started, and I'm really excited to be in an audience of young people honestly, a lot of the time I'm talking in front of really old marketing people that are like shriveled at their chair. But it's awesome to have energy in the room and young people. You guys are what, like my age, 25? Any 25-year-olds in the house? Do we have any like 18-year-olds here? Yeah, represent. So I just love the young crowd because you guys are an entrepreneurial spirit. I'm walking around out here and you guys are like developing the next Facebook in this room, which is awesome. I think I saw someone coding like some stuff I didn't even understand, but that's because it was in Spanish code. I've been into filmmaking since I was a really young kid. You can see here, I made my sisters do everything. I made them make costumes. They were holding the boom poles. They were doing all these crazy stories with me. And that's how I got started in filmmaking. That's how I had the trial and error of learning. And these are my sisters, my 3 lovely sisters right there. So I didn't get into film school my first year. Have you guys ever had like a major rejection in your life? Whether it was like a girlfriend or boyfriend said no, or school didn't let you in. Some of you applied to Harvard and didn't get in maybe. I didn't go to that high of a school, but my film school didn't let me in. So what I ended up doing was music for 1 year, and then I decided, okay, I was kind of dishonest and lying, but I decided to sneak into the program, and I just called myself a film student, and it worked for 4 years. No one didn't know until I had to submit my last papers to the university, and they're like, wait, you're not a film major, whatever, we'll check it off the box. So if you want to get into a program, you might be able to sneak in. But I'm not endorsing lying, don't lie. But I started on YouTube during that first year of not being able to get into film school. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise to not be able to get into what I wanted to do right away, because it led me to doing YouTube videos, which was so awesome, and that's how I started my career. I was teaching people how to make videos like tutorials and nerdy stuff, which I guess you guys would understand. I was teaching people how to edit. So I met my best friend in film school, Aaron, and this is a really creepy picture of us, but we're at the cafeteria editing, and we would edit there all day because you could pay for breakfast and stay for lunch and dinner if you didn't leave. So we would stay in the cafeteria all day to get the 3 meals, paying for 1. That's how we got through film school, by eating very cheaply. And this is us, again, we got to do a lot of cool stuff traveling the world. And then we made this YouTube video called Jedi Kittens. Let's go ahead and roll a quick 1-minute piece of this film. This is one of my favorite YouTube videos that I've created. One more. What did I say? You two are grounded 1 week. No Star Wars, and what all this cleaned up. But I will say my kittens are super excited to see the next Star Wars. They always log on the computer and watch the trailers before I get to see them. They're crazy. So I started Vine almost 2 years ago, and it was honestly kind of an accident. A lot of people ask, did you expect it to blow up like it has now? And I didn't expect that. I was just making Vine videos totally for fun to share with my friends, and then it kind of went mainstream. So on Vine, how many of you have Vine? Some of you have Vine. It's mostly really popular in the US, and then here it looks like some of you have it. But in the US, when I asked that question, everyone has it. And that's what I saw, that's how I found out about it. My roommates were watching Vine instead of Modern Family or The Office. And I was like, guys, what are you doing? They're like, we're watching these Vines, and I hear them in the bathroom just sitting there for 30 minutes. Every 6 seconds a new sound. I was like, what are you doing? And they're like, Vine videos, you should make some. There's a special effects page, that's kind of what you're doing on YouTube. Why don't you give it a try? So I did that, And I kind of gave myself a goal for 30 days, let's make a new Vine every day, and I did that, and I think by the end of the 30 days I had 150,000 followers, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome, I'm going to be bigger on Vine than YouTube in like 2 months, so I'm going to keep doing this. And that's what I've been doing really full time for the last 2 years. This is us when me and Aaron, when we moved into the garage and started our official studio. We thought we were awesome. Now we moved out of the garage, there was too many cockroaches, so now we just rent a house. The reason we rent a house, when you watch our videos, you'll know it seems like you're in Zach King's home. Everything it's kind of messy. We make it that way on purpose. Every setup that we do, we move the bed in and make a room, and then we'll tear it down the next day for a new setup. So we work in a house as a studio. Everyone has a different office in a room, but the whole house we're able to film, so it feels like an environment that all of you are used to. It's not like a professional studio or anything like that. So one of the things when I create a Vine, and this is something I think you guys should focus as you're creating things, it could be a different product, it could be a social network, it could be videos, whatever you're creating, you kind of want to find out your voice. And that means, what is it like when your audience enters that world? So for me and my audience, it means that you're in the Zach King universe, which has a little magical twist to it. When you watch our videos, there's something a little different, not crazy, but a little bit. So when I crack an egg, there's actually a chicken that pops out there. And that's a tiny little twist on reality. So every video a person watch, we keep that element of magic in it. We also keep these three things. Curiosity, that's the magic. We keep it clean, because I want to have kids someday with Rachel, and we want our kids to watch the videos. And contagious, we want everyone to share these videos, and the way we do that, we ask ourselves the question, would we share this if we saw it on our Facebook wall? And if the answer is no, then we try not to create that video. It's kind of a waste of time. So you want to ask yourself the same question. When I'm creating this product or coding this website, why are people going to share it? And if you ask that question, it'll lead you down a path to find a better way for other people's needs. So find your own magical voice. I don't want to be up here and say, hey, you guys have to make magical videos to be popular. That's not what I'm saying. I want you to find your own voice in your creations. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek into the behind the scenes process. Now, if it's like Disneyland for you, if you don't want to see the behind the scenes of Disneyland, close your eyes because it might ruin the magic. But a lot of people in here I know are filmmakers or geeky nerds, so you want to know how I make the videos. Let's roll the next clip.
Oh, is there stuff here?
This is a Vine I made in Hong Kong, China, and you can skip to the next slide, Rach. You can skip to the next one. This is the making of.
So I'm doing one of those all-nighters to get a video done. Classic Zach King right there. My body's telling me to sleep. My jet lag mind is telling me to go to sleep. But I'm gonna ignore those instances. I think we gotta go do some sound effects.
Testing a lot of different elevator doors to get the right sound. So we're doing the voiceover now, and we're trying to find the spot in the room with the least amount of echo. So I think this might work.
Check 1, 2, check 1, 2.
That'll work.
Whoa, this is our stuff, dude. Whoa, that was crazy.
So I did a bunch of takes for this video. You'll see that we chose this one. This is what the raw footage looks like without being edited. Oh, this is our stuff, dude. And now you can see there was actually two people that walked into our shot. A lady that sat in my seat, and so all of them had to be deleted for this. Then we did a bunch of other small details in editing to really fix up the scene. I had to make the background move. I had to crop out myself for every single frame of the video to get my body to look like it's jumping out the door.
So take a look at what the video sounds like before we add any effects. This is just the audio straight from the set.
Oh, this is our stuff, dude.
to listen to what it sounds like after we've gone around the hotel and recorded all these sounds.
Oh, this is our stuff, dude. Come on, dude. Well, it's about 2 in the morning, and I just finished up sound, and now I'm going to hand it over to Zach to finish up the effects.
Still editing.
Yeah, we can skip that. So a lot of people ask us where our videos come from, and the ideas come from. But I always edit in the bathtub when I'm on a trip. Man, that Guadalajara bathtub was a good edit session for me. Okay, so if you guys thought that was cool, I have a better video coming in a little bit. We'll show you like the real behind the scenes of how we make our videos. But this is where our ideas come from. A lot of them tap into fears. So whether it's cracking an egg, like I mentioned earlier, or getting sucked up by a vacuum cleaner. Has anyone else had that problem? Like, ever been scared of getting sucked up? I'm the only one. Okay, I'm a freak. Thank you. So a lot of them tap into fears. A lot of them tap into wishes and desires. So things that I wish were real. One of the things I wish were real was grabbing something off Amazon and it's instantly in my house. So we made a video about that. We also, I talk about invention. So I love that I can do my own laundry at home, but it takes like 3 hours. So I made this little invention that sucked up my laundry, folded it for me, and finished it in like 6 seconds. And so that's one of the things we tap into. The other category is illusions, but the caveat to this is we don't just make a random video illusion, it has to tie into a story still. So whether it's doing the ice bucket challenge, did any of you guys do the ice bucket challenge when that was a thing? No one did that. That's why we're in a drought in California, because we all do the ice bucket challenge. So we did that, but we tied it into the trend that's very popular about the ice bucket challenge at the time. So it was relatable to a lot of people. And that's what's really important about our videos. They have to be universal to everyone. That's why people who speak Spanish in Mexico and only speak Spanish can still enjoy our videos, because I don't rely heavily on English or explaining things. It's all visually explained. And that's what I love about all of you that are web designers. If you can create web design or apps that are visually just like understandable and know what to do without even speaking the language, then you know you have a good app. When you're designing a product and you know how to use it, do you know when you just open a new box the first time and there's manuals, but you throw the manuals aside and you're like, oh, I know how to do this. It's understandable. I just did that with my drone 2 days ago. Bad idea. Should have read that. Definitely would not have crashed that if I had read. But all the videos, whatever you're creating, make them relatable to people, because then you'll see a lot more success down the road because of that aspect. All our videos are concepted with storyboards. We have whiteboards all over the room. And honestly, our studio kind of looks like this room, where it's like a war zone. You have all this stuff going on. That's what it looks like for us. We also storyboard. I used to never storyboard, and then I realized it was taking us a long time to make videos and explain the concepts to my team. Do any of you work with a team here? Some of you work with friends or teammates that help work on your products. And it's really important that you can explain everything to them concisely and quickly. So that's why we now storyboard every project. An example storyboard frame will look like this. It'll look really messy, and then we draw it out. And this is the final video of that storyboard. And the next project was flying on helium balloons. That's what the storyboards look like. This is what the video.
What's going on? Whoa, too high! Help!
So it takes a lot of people to make these videos. You know, half of them are just me in a room with a buddy filming, or Rachel, my wife, filming. But then other times it's big teams of people. We use fancy cameras sometimes. But again, the flip side is sometimes we're using my iPhone to film, so it changes. We do voiceover like you saw for every video. And here's the real secret. So a lot of people overcomplicate the videos. They don't know how the magic happens, but a lot of times it's emotion, I'll freeze, and then someone will come change my shirt or my pants or my shoes or whatever, and then I'll continue the motion with that new object on, and that's what it is. I'll do it 50 times, 100 times, all day long to get the right perfect amount. So this is the top secret video that literally not many people get to see. This is one of my first times playing it in front of an audience. So this is the behind the scenes. You'll see the final video in the beginning, and then at the end, you'll see how we made it. That's a sweet looking sky today. That was a tasty cloud. Rolling. That's a sweet looking sky today. That was a tasty cloud. Static electricity. Check this out. Okay, rolling. Static electricity. Check this out. Ready? Rolling. DIY harness. Now, this is what happens when you film videos. Sometimes they go wrong and you fall into bird poop. Check out my aquarium. Here, check out my aquarium. Okay. You line it up here, guys?
Here we go. You ready?
Yep. Put it here. There we go. And start here. And go. Here, go. Hey, Andrew, can you catch the water in the... I'm waiting for that. Time to face my greatest fear.
Ready and go.
Time to face my greatest fear.
Okay, good.
Oh, man. I'm my own stuntman, so a lot of people ask how I do my stunts. I wear a back brace, and then I'll just do the stunt. I've never had a stunt double, but I should work on that. At the end of the day, I think you can have a lot of strategy to how you post these videos or how you make your products and you get them out to people. I really think not a lot of it is strategy, maybe 20-25%. The rest really focus on that story. Your audience, who are you connecting with? And then why are they going to need this product that you're making or whatever invention you're doing, code, website, videos, why are they watching it or sharing it? That's a big part of it. And so that's one of the things that I really say when people say why are your videos successful, it's because that they're relatable to the masses. And so that's my biggest tip for you young people creating today. It takes a lot of work. I think all of you understand that you're hard workers. I don't think you're not. So keep the hard work, keep making your products or whatever you're working on. And you know, we make mistakes. We, to be honest, film every video at least 3 or 4 times. Like, come back and refilm over and over another 50 takes. Like that vacuum video, it took me 4 times to figure out how to break the table properly to make it look good in a video. So it takes a lot of mistakes, but one of the keys is not to make the same mistake twice. Once we learn something, we try to not do that again. We also collaborate. If you guys, I asked earlier how many of you work with teams. Really, I was a loner for so long. I was single until I met Rachel. Like literally never kissed a girl, never talked to a girl, and never had friends. So now I work with a lot of people. Yeah, holler at your boy, now I got married. So collaborate with a lot of people and learn how to have a team. And also focus on others when you create. You know, we make our videos to inspire young people like yourselves, also younger kids. So really work on serving others in whatever it is you're creating. And honestly, we give all our videos out there for free. We don't want people to pay for them. We just want them to enjoy and share. So I think when you find that you're serving others, something bigger will come out of it than just something for you. Thank you for your time. I think we're going to do a Q&A. Do you guys have any questions? There's some sort of box microphone that I'm supposed to throw around. Oh, this is cool. So if you catch the box, you have a question here.
Hi. What has been the biggest obstacle you found along the way on the video making?
Yes, that is awesome. The biggest obstacle we found is really figuring out the technical side of how to make the tricks come to life. It's just taken me hours and hours. I used to spend like 18 hours a day learning how to master all these programs that we use, and that's one of the hardest parts. Yes, question over here. Catch the box.
Well, first, I'm your fan and welcome to Guadalajara.
Thank you.
My question is, why do you think Vine has become a real important social network, comparing, for example, with YouTube or Instagram?
Yeah, I think Vine has become cool because it's a quick way to consume content. You don't have to have a lot of time available. Like YouTube, I know it sounds silly, but a 1.5, 3-minute video is a lot of time nowadays, and you want to know if it's good. So you kind of get a funny joke in 6 seconds, and if it wasn't funny, you just move on to the next one. I think that's why it's become popular. Yes, let's see if I can throw. Oh, I'm going to kill somebody. Yes, sir.
Well, my question is, would you be planning making a Vine while you're here in Guadalajara, maybe?
I didn't have enough time to. I know, I'm sorry. Okay, we can make a Vine really quick. And you don't get any more questions now, because you're using all the time on Vine. How about this? I'm picking you. You are going to be the person that I'm going to grab, but all of you are going to be involved. I'll pan around, and I'll say, I need a volunteer. Everyone's going to raise their hand, but you have to be quiet during that part. So you raise your hand, and then I'll come up and I'll be like, and you will have your hand raised, and I'll go, you'll freeze, and then I'll cut. You'll come up, jump on the stage behind me, like back there, and all of you have to stay frozen with your hands there, like, don't move. And then I'll come back here, boom, I'll explain as we go. It'll be easy. Okay, have your hands down first because I'm asking a question. Okay, I need a volunteer. Okay, crap, it's not gonna work, it's too much time. Let's see, I'm gonna redo. Okay, I need a volunteer. Okay, now come on stage. Come behind me like 10 feet. And more, okay, here we go. Oh, it's gonna be short, but stand there. And then when I go like this, you fly backwards a little bit. And, okay, so. You guys put me on the spot. Okay, so I'll edit this right now on Vine. Let's see, it's gonna be really, really crap. Can we try it one more time? It was too long. Didn't have enough, but I'll have to edit later because they're yelling at me I'm going too long. Okay. I need a volunteer. Cool, come on up. You can see what I mean. We do this over and over all day. Come on up. Ready, and stand back a little bit, and go. Awesome, stunning. I'll show you how fast this is. It's literally like, it can be this easy. Are you guys all loading Vine to see it? Okay. It might take me 30 more seconds to see. Okay, so honestly, I'll say I love Mexico. I think that you can see the cut on one of them. It's not my finest work, but you guys put me on the spot, so it's uploading. Wi-Fi in Mexico, man. So while that's uploading, you should see it in the next couple of minutes here. I might have to go get another connection, but thank you so much for your time. And if you see me walking around, we'll have to get a picture or a selfie, so I'll see you in a few.